Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's layout, we are doing a 6x8 in my family story album, I guess I'm just calling it. It's just the stories that I am keeping in a 6x8 format in a 6x8 album by Ali Edwards, just because I like the size better, I feel, than doing 12x12 spreads when I want to tell a longer story, or if I want multiple photos shared. So I have done a lot of the prep work already so that this can come together fairly quickly. I'm documenting this little photo with my daughter and my dog. They were playing still. I still have this box. So this box held like all of Valentina's clothes. It's a tall one from like the moving company. And these two still love playing in it. I have not discarded it. We've been in our new home for about 2 months and we still have this box and they both happen to fit. So the whole story is about Vale and Maui. And so Vale is her nickname, just half her name, Valentina. So I did cut out Vale and Maui from my cameo. And so we're gonna have this on this side. So far is what I'm wanting. Oh, and I have the ampersand, but I also cut this one out, but I was going through my products. Oh yeah, and I have the story kit of the ampersand, and I haven't used this little kind of acetate piece. Yeah, and I thought this could be, yeah, fantastic behind there. So I know I'll probably use that and not this little guy. So I'll keep it over to the side. And then I have a 2x2 page protector that I want on the opposite side. And in the August stories by the month was this just kind of colorful card that has 2x2 squares that I want to cut up and put in some of the squares. And then I have other 2x2 photos of pictures I've taken. 2 of them are not the greatest, but it's so hard to go through your camera he's already 2 years old, so just 2 years of pictures. So I try to get a few when he was like pupster. I think this was last year at Halloween, this was last year, or this year at Christmas. So a good, a couple months between it, and then this was rather recent as well as this one. So we're gonna cut these all up and put them in. I have my journaling printed on sticker paper, and then I have this paper from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, Hobby Lobby, and then these word wall decals from the Dollar Tree, and they're gold foiled. So I want to cut out a few of these and or this and add it as like a little bit of an embellishment cluster on the page. I also still have some of the wood veneers. It's the same kit as this one, so you can see how they coordinate, because that's what I thought too. I might use, yeah, like put one over here, maybe the purple one, because I used it in purple there. I went with purple because of her like fuchsia shirt. So I kind of like that, yeah. So we might use one of these as well in this layout. So come along with me to put this all together, even though you kind of see where I'm going. So let's put this together. Like I said, I always kind of walk through it, and maybe you don't want all the pep talk, but at least you're going the process with me. Is how I always feel. And I think it'll be kind of colorful and cute. So let's get started. So if you know me with all of my voiceovers and stuff, you know that I love color. And this layout was definitely, end product, colorful. Right up my alley. And I love that I got to tell the story in more detail on how wonderful having Maui, or just in general, like how wonderful having a dog. If you're a pet owner, you know that sometimes our dogs and our cats are more than just a pet. They definitely become a intricate part of our family dynamic. We still have to live around his eating schedule and walking him. And when you have a young child, their bond is something quite magical already. I'm going to get all teary-eyed telling this. Simply because I think Valentina too just has a very kind, nurturing heart, and Maui feeds off that. So they're really like best friends. And we have gotten Maui right during COVID, so in 2020. So he's 2 years old already. So she's been with him, his whole life, and vice versa. And so they're just very great together. They play together in the house. We go to the park. He's by her side. We go walking. He walks right beside her. He always gives, wet, juicy kisses. She tries to play hide and seek with him. And I think all of that at their age
is what's endearing to watch of them. So I know if you have pets, you can completely understand when you see your youngest, your child and a pet bond. So what am I doing? So far I've cut out that paper, that 4x6 like rainbow card, and I thought about doing it in this like kind of alternating motif, which is fine. You could have left all 6 of them together and then the pictures up top, but I just liked scattering them around, and I'm just trying to see if I'm going to incorporate that wood veneer in any sort of way. I use the Nuvo glue pen to adhere the acetate piece, just because if you know about acetate using your tape runner, it'll always show. I could have added a staple, that could have been another alternate, but this glue pen from Nuvo has been working out really nicely. It does dry clear for it, so if you haven't picked one up, I definitely encourage you to pick one up, scrapbook.com or Cherry on Top. And so here I am thinking of doing one of these squares with the cluster outside the page protector, and I will be putting all of the journaling on each of the colored squares to represent like the picture beside it. So it's just the love of having them dress up for Halloween, matching during Christmas, their bond at the dog park like I explained, them playing, and them just having like the silent need to be next to each other. It's great. So again, it's on matte clear Avery index paper or sticker paper, which works up the best because I don't have a typewriter, and so this is the way to include your journaling and have the color of the pattern paper or your photo or anything else shine through behind it. It's a great hack that I learned from Hiba from My Little Journal, and I've ordered 2 packs, and I'm good through December daily, I hope, because I think it comes with 20 sheets per pack. So I'm ready to go with all of my journaling needs. And for the journaling, I usually just make a text box in like a Word document. So these were all 2x2s, and I always juxtapose, however that word is, to make it be a solid block of text, so it spaces it out so that it always appears like a square. I, for one, just don't prefer having the staggered text line to the right when you are normally typing. It's just a preference for me when constructing this. So the butterflies, I am including, I think, 2 on the larger photo. I do include 1 outside the page protector with the wood veneer, and I do include 1 also on the one I think from Halloween. With the gold foiled ones, I do include them underneath the text, as you saw me do. I think on the green card and the yellow card, they have a gold butterfly underneath. But I stopped doing it for all the text boxes only because since they were foiled, the matte sticker paper with text on top muted them out too much and you couldn't really see it. So I was just like, I'm not wasting these beautiful stickers. So that's done. So, and when I took the photos, the still shots, they're sitting on top of the page protector because there was so much glare taking these photos. I love the way this turned out. I hope you did too.
In the future. Okay, that wraps up this layout. Love the way this turned out. I love the clustering down here, and then you saw me add a little bit of journaling on that clear matte sticker paper, just to talk about actually the brown box that I had told you earlier. So I love the way this came out and the embellishments with the butterfly. And then this one came out perfectly, in my opinion, for me too. I love that I did this outside the page protector as well as this one. You saw me struggle a little bit with these gold butterflies simply because the sticker paper is matte, and so it dulls it out a lot in the back. So I'm gonna have to take out the cards when I photograph this because the glare is gonna be so hard to photograph. So the only thing we'll lose when I photograph it is this butterfly on top, because when I take this one out, it'll sit on top, just for the sake of the project photograph. Just my thoughts. That's just what I go through as a content creator. But overall, love the story in my album, to talk about them together all the time. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much for joining. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, everyone, keep it crafting.